Well, here we go again. Wessex League Round 1, Clanfield Cross, September the 1st, on a hot day. I will not be able to stop talking about that. It was absolutely boiling. I got to the start so late. In fact, I got to the start just as the commissaire called my name, and I was lucky enough to get a spot. Yeah, decent gridding. All the juniors at the front, and then fast boys in front of me. Louis Tyndall in front. I think that's Luca. The next to the right of him, and Richard Lewis to the right. Yeah, here we go. The boys. The under 14s boys race finished a bit late. My son was in the race, and he's trained well all kind of spring summer. Second year under 14, and he finished second behind Adam Short. So really pleased. It was great to see him finish. He's flying. Here we go. We're at the start. It's a bit of a delayed start. Watching with me was Tim Lawn and Miles Thomas, and they actually missed the start and had to start pretty much at the back. So slightly delayed start, but we'll be off at any second, I think. We're at the bottom field. Start at the bottom, and we're going to hammer it straight up and go up the hill, do a little circle, and come down. In preparing for the race, I thought, I might take a camelback because it's going to be hot. But then the weather forecast said it was going to be thunderstorms, not so cloudy, and that was a mistake. There you go, Kieran going past me, always gets a good start. And I think that's Max Oakley next to me, who's just started riding for Revolve. I sneaked in here, got the powers on, having a pretty good start. I'd started well, and I'm just trying to take that inside line. I'd like to have been on the other side here, but there was no way I was getting through there. There's Harrison Warner there. Take a wide line here, but I keep pedalling. I know I'll be okay, and so I've not lost any space there. And major start done. Get this turn right, and then drop down towards the little hump. So it's hot. It's hot, but it's the first 6 of the race of the season. People probably haven't put their bodies through something like this for a while, and it's not cross weather. It's hot, but a lovely course put on by the Solar Pirates. Oh, that was my fault. I just went too wide there, and I hit that post, and then I lost some paces. And I think that's Richard Lewis taking me on the inside. I was thinking, okay, don't lose any more places from anything silly. Because right at the start, you can just lose so many places. I lost one there. That was pretty bad. I wasn't panicking because I thought, there's plenty of time here, but just don't crash. That'll be a right pain in the backside. Not the best start. I'd have been a bit further up there, but I didn't lose loads of time. Down here, I do like this corner, and then get on the gas. No, that guy's really going for it, and I was thinking, good on you, because it's gonna hurt if you can keep that up for the entire race. I was pretty petrified of this because I'm just rubbish at doing this bit, and I was riding round on a pre-ride, and I was in front of Paul Lloyd, and I did that, and I fell over my handlebars. So I kept practicing it, and I was okay in the end. So yeah, going backwards a little bit, but you know, not too bad. As Harrison went past me again there. This is where you've had a little bit of a rest. Your heart rate has come down, so it's okay. But it is so hot. I do like those Christies. Although every lap, I think I rode it worse and worse. There you go. That was Martin Holbrook, who I didn't recognise because he's normally in black. He had a strong race, Martin. Well done, mate. Yeah, that was Martin. Not sure if you ride for a club, Martin, or you just ride for fun. And there's Richard Lewis in front of me. You'll see lots of. There goes Martin. He's obviously got a lot of power in him today. And Kieran Levy goes by me from Ignite. He's also putting a lot of power in. Will you regret that later, Kieran? Alright, so look, most people dismount, but you could ride if you're cheeky and clever like Miles Thomas and Richard here. You can ride up the side, which, you know, well, that's impressive. I mean, that back wheel was right next to him. I'm running, well, look, Richard got a good, that was well worth doing there, wasn't it? Yeah, but the run is a killer, an absolute killer. It's almost max heart rate time when you run up those steps. It was awful. And then the up and down, call them 180s, I guess you call them, with a little rut, which did help if you get into it. I did like that. So much easier than when it's muddy. I really struggle on this when it's muddy. I lose loads of time, but that was fine. One of the other coaches lent me some Challenge Griffo tyres. I've never ridden them before, and I thought they were really good tyres. I normally just ride Baby Limas for everything, but I hear they're quite good. So over the hurdles, there's Kieran End overtaking me. That's Graham Hollidge, who's always up there. And this bit here, that, it looks fine, right? But I'm not sure what it was about this particular section. But the sun, that's Tim Dool. I'll come back to it. Tim Dool. If I'm right, Tim raced and did the V40s, and then he stuck around, and then he did the under 23 seniors on the same day. I mean, well, I'll have a word next time I see you, Tim, but did you really do that? Because that is nuts. After suffering on this race, and then to be able to do that, I've got no words because it was agony, and 6 laps or 5, 6 laps of this, and then 8 laps of that nightmare. Richard rode this, and I don't know if it went that well for him. I was running it. If you could ride it, I think that was the best. But if you're half and half, that wasn't good. Tim's smashing his bike around everywhere. He's running the whole way. I'm on my bike, and you wanted to do. Oh look, and Kieran's come down here, and he's like stuck. I'm not sure what happened to you, Kieran. I think, were you stuck on a pedal or something? I've no idea what happened. There's Tim. He wanted to do, and that was Miles Thomas. Miles Thomas coming the other way, who started at the back, and he's siding through the field. There's Richard going past me again. What was I saying? Oh yeah. Was this like Tim? I can't remember now. But I was talking about something else and I've forgotten, but there you go. I always felt reasonably good going up here on the pedals. It's not too bad, this climb. It's just when you're hot, it's just so hot. Who's that? 268. Matt Smith. I don't remember Matt Smith from last season, but I'm sure he was there. Looking very strong. And there's Tim again. Yeah. Goodness me, if you did 2 races, I just don't know how you do that. So, first lap, I'm thinking, oh my god, it's hot. I've just got to hang in there. Maybe I've got to pace this a little bit. Really great support on track from everybody, and my wife was there cheering me on, and lots of people were giving me encouragement. And it was so painful today, I couldn't smile. I don't think there'll be one photo of me where normally I'm like happy and smiling, but yeah, yesterday it was just pain. Wow, I'm not good. Yeah, that would have been a stupid move there. It's just virtually impossible to overtake here, as long as you take the racing line. And when we were riding this previously, like head coach Simon said, you know, it's sometimes better just to back off and save some of your energy, because you're not going to overtake, and then save your energy for later, which I did there. I did most laps. You know, there sure is something to say about pacing on this. You know, I think I would much rather be stronger later in the race. Whoa, there goes Miles. Well done, Miles.
Go, Miles.
Cracking race. And Rob Ditcham came third. He was very pleased with. But Miles looking really strong. He's had a really strong off-season. Another not great wheel lift from me. But yeah, Miles looked really strong. Mean machine. Miles picked me in the overall. He finished 20th and I finished 21st. So yeah, well done. Maybe I can turn the tables, but I think I've got a way to go to get into good shape. But it is a long season, 5 months, so plenty of time, hopefully, said optimistically. Yeah, love these. As I said, every time I got a bit worse on these, you know. Yeah, I think you just don't want to go too fast, but yeah, I don't know. They're okay. I'm being overly critical. So there's a good group here, and I'm just trying to stay with the pace. But I know I'm getting close to my limit. In fact, I think it's probably around here that I looked at my heart rate, and I was hoping that it wouldn't be too high, and it said 176, and I thought, oh god, 176. That's pretty high. I'm not sure I can sustain that for the whole race. So this bit here, I thought I'm just going to go easy, not go too fast, because it'll be a nightmare. That's Max Oakley, I think. Well, Max, I think you might have had a mechanical or something. Back behind Richard. Is he going to ride it? Miles hates running, so he's riding it. I'm running. Yeah, not decent run, but that's probably the last time I have a good run. There we go. That's Matt Smith again. Tim Dool sneaked ahead. Harrison's up there as well. And sad to say that Mike Warner isn't racing at the moment. He's got a dodgy knee. So he was cheering in the pits. Good luck, Mike, in getting fixed up and back racing. So So there'll only be 2 Warners on the start line. Harrison and Rich Warner, who was doing the British Gravel Championships up in Scotland. So he wasn't here, but I think he's told me he'll be here next week at the Fairthorne Manor. I think Fair and Wheelers are putting on. I think it's a new course, so that should be hopefully got some fun. 262, that's Jamie Plum, who was really strong. And you know, if you can keep this sort of pace up the whole way, fair play. I did manage it. I did two fairly swiftish laps, and then there's just like no way I could keep it up. The heat was just absolutely killer. So before I was like powering up here and then getting around the corner and then keep pedaling for some of this, and then after a while I thought, you know, you've got to try and recover a little bit. And then I look at my heart rate and it was like, oh my god, it's like 180 or more. And I was thinking, this is really not good. So I would dismount on the right here, and then it's a better remount because you're on the higher side. So your Harrison is harder for him there. Whereas if you're on the right side, you can get on a lot more easier. I mean, there you go. Good dismount. Rich came. That was Rich Lewis there. He come off. I'm not sure what happened, but something happened there, and he was having to straighten his handlebars. Whoa! And that's Jamie Plum causing a bit of a concertina effect. But that's cross on single track, and then. Getting close to the end of the second lap. So I think my first lap was around, what was it, 7.5, 7:36. Then it was 7:38, and then slowed down there. But the fast people were doing. Well, Andy Gardner won. 6:21. Jack Morgan was doing, I think he did maybe even faster, 6:15. There were some fast laps out there, and well done Jack Morgan, coming second and beating Paul Lloyd, which is incredible. Yeah, well done Jack, it's fantastic. And I'm just trying to keep going, trying to keep the pace, trying to be a bit smarter on how I ride. Just be smarter. That was a terrible turn. You almost have to turn early to get a good line through there because of the speed. And the thing is, the more tired you get, it's much more easier to make a mistake, isn't it? So it's just having to really, really concentrate. Just think, focus, or else you're gonna crash or take a really bad line and just waste a lot of effort. That was nice. Downhill was such a pleasure after all the uphill that is what Clanfield is all about. It's never an easy course, and I actually think Simon went a bit easier on us than normally. I mean, he didn't make us run down the whole bottom of the field, although I'm sure in December when it's the there's a Wessex League race, but there's also a National Trophy race as well at Clanfield, which will be very exciting. I'm sure he will be punishing us then. The first national race of the season is Derby on October the 5th. I think 5th and 6th, I reckon. And I'm going to have a go at that because my son is doing the under 14s. So I thought, well, I've never raced nationally at national level. This could be my chance. I may come near the pack. Well, I'm sure I will. But at least, like I say, I've done it once. So I'm looking forward to having a go at that. So yeah, me and Harrison go very similar speeds. And I think I might just sneak through here. That was a bit wide. So it's kind of thinning out a bit. Everyone's starting to get a bit spread out. I mean, it wasn't a huge field. It was, I think it was like 45 in the V40s, and often last season there'd be around 70 to 80. It is quite early, and there's 4 races in September, and cross is a wet winter sport, so I'm sure quite a few people are waiting for the bad weather to start. But you can only, for the Race Wessex League, you just got to go with the dates, and it's whether or not you can get the event organisers can get a date that fits in with everything. So yeah, these first ones might be a bit dry and dusty and fast, but I'm sure we'll have some muddy ones later. Okay, by this point I'm thinking, oh my god, I'm still going, I'm still running at a reasonable pace, but I'm just getting so in the red. There was Miles there, who had a lot of fun today, but my god, I'm getting tired. And oh, chain came off. I don't know how my chain came off. It hardly ever comes off anymore, but it came off then. I lost easy 10 seconds or so. But Harris must be right behind me, but he didn't go past me. So I didn't really see Miles after that, because I mean, he was going away from me anyway. But there's Kieran. Nice to beat an Ignite rider. Very rarely happens. And then sprint. No, one more. Over here, then up this hill, and I started to dread this every time. Not this hill, is the fact that when you turn left, this stretch of road was just baking hot, and the next two as well, absolutely baking. It's like the sun was reflecting off it, and it was just so hot. And then dismounting, remounting, running over hurdles, it just burns the energy, doesn't it? I think that was Robert Ford there, who was very strong today. Well done, Rob. There's the pits. That was Rich, Mike Warner in the pits just in case. And then, yeah, this bit was just so hot. It sounds weird, but I didn't mind most of the uphills. It's okay. It's just the fact that it just sent you in the red. My legs felt okay. And I'm looking forward to getting a little bit lighter as the season progresses, because I'm heavier than I was last season, so hopefully I can slowly lose a few pounds. Down here now, I'm at the stage now where I'm trying to coast a bit more to save some heart rate capacity, because it just did not go down. That dismount was such a tired dismount. Look, I think I just managed to stay on my feet, but it was so tired. I was thinking, I'm absolutely finished here. And there's still, almost 20 minutes to go. Good remount. Again, that drive side dismount remount is definitely the way to go. And this is the lap 3 finish. And that's Robert. I ride with Rob, Portsmouth North End Cycle Club. Well, I've seen him all last season, and Tim, but they put on this Mountbatten Circles, the outdoor Mountbatten track in Portsmouth, Monday night at, it's 8 o'clock, and you can just turn up and ride round, and it's just a good exercise, good fun. Ride as fast or as slow as you want. Get in the draft. It's really good. So I've really enjoyed doing that for the last few months since I started. And I'll go there tonight, as long as it's on. I think it will be on. It rained earlier, but it's fine. Okay, God, that is a painful climb, just watching that back. And now it's the time when I've definitely looked at my Garmin and I thought, how much longer is there to go? Because I'm thinking, there was definitely a point where I thought, I just want to get off my bike. But I couldn't, obviously. You just had to suffer. I said my son came second in the V40s. I thought, wow, he has caned himself. Oh, Rob goes by. He says, get in my wheel. And I thought, yeah, I'd love to, Rob. I'm absolutely finished. And he was gone. Rob, I had nothing, mate. For a split second, I thought, yeah, I'd love to. I tried to get in my wheel, but literally it was a split second where I realised that would have been foolish. So yeah, you disappeared. This was now getting into what I call the state of agony, where every second was he just wanted to stop. And you think, but at the same time, you don't want to go really slow, because that's you're just giving up then, so you can't give up. So it became a real mental battle, because it was just, how much pain can I sustain here? And you see people getting closer, thinking, are they going to catch me? They go to Harrison. You got to keep going, but the heart rate is just climbing and climbing. I don't think I've ever taken off a cycling jersey that was so wet with sweat, absolutely soaked at the end of this. Really pleased that I got over all of those without coming off my bike. One day maybe I'll learn how to bunny hop. You just got to practice these things, don't you? Tim Costello, who is a long-time supporter of Solar Pirates, he wrote a blog on his website, Rd1, RIJDEN, I think it is, about how do you get faster at cyclocross. And he says in it, basically look for things that you're not very good at and then practice them. It's not rocket science. But it's easier said than done. We make the same mistakes we make every year, and okay, I'm generalising. I certainly do, but it is hard to get better when you switch cycling disciplines. You do need to think about, what am I going to do? It's not just about being strong. I mean, it really helps, but the skills are immensely important in lapping at a good pace. So yeah, I go around corners again. It's something I'll try and work on this season. I do enjoy the close racing and trying to make a good decision. I mean, that's something I would like to improve on. And yeah, bunny hopping and stuff would be amazing. But I'm definitely not there. Here we go, 4th time up here. Now it is, well, it's just agony here. Robert's ahead, and I feel like I'm crawling up here. I think the speed difference between that and the first lap is something else. I mean, when I look at my lap times, they weren't disastrously slower. I mean, I went from 7:36 to, my slowest lap 8:10, which is this lap. You know, that's not terrible. That's not capitulation. So yeah, I was pretty pleased really, and I haven't really managed to train hugely. Things happen in life, don't they? This kind of spring, summer, it's only recently I've managed to really, in August, I've trained really well. I'm pretty pleased really, because, well, it's a tough sport, isn't it? Here we go, baking again, absolutely frying, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, please, let me get lapped at some point, so I don't have to do, the full, race distance as if you're on the lead lap. I will hold up my hand, and the same thing happened last year. This last Clanfield race in September was again really hot. I think this one was even hotter though. I don't know. It must be close, but I feel this one was even hotter, and and I was racing with Richard and someone else, and again we got caught by Paul on the just before we finished, and we thought, right, thank you Paul for lapping us. Then we could end the agony. So damage limitation. I'm so tired. Legs are like jelly, and it's just getting harder and harder. Look, there you go. Down I went. Didn't lose much time, but it all counts. It's those little things where you just lose more and more time. Just getting off the bike, jelly legs, slipping and sliding. It's just really hard to do everything well, which is why technique counts so well. Being able to remount when you're knackered is so important. I didn't lose too much time there. I wasn't displeased, but I knew there was not much left in the tank. Up the steps. Oh, fell over again. I think just so I got some encouragement. Lots of encouragement from so many people. Verity, Sam, Rachel, loads of people. Martin, Andrew, loads of pirates, Chris. It was great. I mean, it's a home race, so there's a lot of support out there. There's Chris. Oh no, there's Richard. Richard, soon to be a new coach for Solid Pirates. Always looking for new coaches to coach the kids. We're, as with all clubs, we'll volunteer run, you need coaches if you're gonna give kids a good coaching experience. So it's great that we've got a load of coaches. There we go. Oh my god. Another lap almost complete. And it's getting hotter. So hot. And there's Richard coming behind me. I think there's someone else as well. I'm thinking I just can't go any faster. Okay, so there's 2 laps on the lap board, and I was thinking, no, that's going to be 1 lap for me, because I was sure that the fast boys were going to be coming. Yeah, I thought this is the last one, so just hang on, don't do anything stupid, and that'll be good. I took that well. Again, I'm just trying to conserve my energy, you know, thinking about the best line, and but thinking about how can I lower my heart rate, but really it just wasn't going down. I was well into the 180s consistently, and it was a new record, if you can call it that. 178 average heart rate, which is so high for me, and a new max heart rate of 194, which for a 49-year-old is pretty high. You know, touching 190 is tough. Down here, love this corner, straight up, and I think that is just going out the picture is Rd1 Thomas from Salisbury Road and Mountain CC. I think they say Shram CC. I think that's their club. Over the logs, poetry in motion. No, actually that was a pretty good one for me. And down here, you know, going through my mind is where's the lead riders? Where's Paul? Where's Andy? Where's the Ignite? Where's the juniors? But yeah, I was fairly certain I was going to see them, but still, you just don't know. Rd1's getting closer and closer, but I'm just hanging on here. These turns are so tired, but you know, just got to keep going, keep plugging away. And I don't know which bits I was dreading the most. I mean, it was just in a world of pain. On this video, you can really hear my breathing a lot, which you don't normally hear. So it's all pain. It's just where's the agony? Up the steps, definitely, and then those two hot places. That uphill to the what was that lovely corkscrew we had last year. Yeah, but it was agony. I think it's a lap rider. I wonder who that was. Was that Rob Brown? Not sure. Sprockets. Yeah. Before I was like trying to cycle almost up to the logs, and then here I just didn't have the legs for it. I had to get off and just run a lot further, and I'm not even lifting my wheel up properly, and it's just bouncing. Cheers, Sam. And that's Rachel. I must have looked at right state. Yeah, Sam said to me, "Don't let Jack lap you," and I'm thinking, Sam, that's exactly what I want to happen. Because I am finished. So yeah, I think that's Jack and Andy Gardy out there. I just knew they were coming. So yeah, I wasn't breathing a sigh of relief because I was still going as hard as I could. But I just felt I just got to survive half a lap, but certainly no feeling of I'm almost there. I mean, this is the way you get baked, roasting hot. I just wanted a drink so much. Look at that, I can't even ride straight. Oh yeah, that's Rd1 going by. And there's Richard getting closer. last time through the pits. Yeah. I'm almost weaving. No, I think I'm in control. Just knackered, and gonna turn up here, out the saddle, and just pump up the hill. And then I don't know. I think I'm probably thinking it's about a third of the track to go. Then I hear a shout, and you'll see Andy go by. Well done. Very strong. Gets off nicely. What nice skills. I practically fell off there doing the same thing. Oh, there you go. That's how you do it if you're going to run it. Okay, he's just gone. Stumbling, look at he's like a rocket. But, oh boy, I felt better knowing that the pain was going to end soon and I wouldn't have to ride another lap. I can't tell you how good that felt, while also feeling just all this world of utter pain. So close to the finish line now. Heart rate mid 180s. There goes Jack. Well done, Jack. Amazing. What a monster you are. Well done, sir. That was Chris Day. Chris, you said, go on, I said, and then you said to Rich, who's right behind me, go on, Rich. Thanks, mate. There he is, there's Rich, and I just thought, I'm just going to try and stay on his wheel, because he can't be going that much faster than me. And I'm thinking the finish is almost there, so I nearly thought, oh, he's gone, but then I just kept going a bit, and then I increased my leg speed a little bit just to stay with him, in the off chance he might not go any faster. And then here I thought, oh, I'm on the inside, well, I've got the inside line, go for it. So I put everything I had into getting to that corner first, and then took this corner not too bad, and then I sprinted as fast as I could. It probably wasn't very fast, and then I was dead, absolutely dead. That's when I hit 194. There's Jack. I am gone. So yeah, great race, great to finish. Thanks everyone for making it a great day. See you at the next one.
Well, I've got to admit, Jack as bad as I thought.
Wait, remember, Jack, right off, guys.
Yeah, that's what it was.
When you out, Joe.
Yeah. Hey, buddy. I failed to realise that was the last one, mate. I thought we had another one. I didn't want to see that last one. So I had to go a bit now. It's clear. Yeah, I was dying. Did you enjoy it? It's all about that retrospective balance. It is, yes. That's when you told you. Yeah, I love it afterwards. It's crap what you're doing. Well, no, really good ride, man. Really good ride. You've still got your house in my threat, so who's the winner? I've got a quiet. Yeah, I'm going to be shit, basically. Yeah. Exactly. You've still got your transponder on and you've raised, remember to put it in the bucket down here, please. You had a good gap, that's Steve. I think it was Jay Tarrant at one point. I've got a slight guy. Yeah. I don't want to lose like second. Yeah. What happened?
Thank you, bye.
Don't forget to put that one in here. And your chip. Well done, George. Want the water? Don't forget the chip. George, don't forget your chip. George.
Thank you. You still have your chip on and have race. Please chuck it in this red bucket. Honestly. Thank you.
To be honest, I was pleased with that. I had it to be like 4
Ed! Ed! Remember to put your chip in the bucket, buddy. So where'd you get on for practice? Here. Or not? Go for it. Yeah. Just don't catch it. Yeah.